Alright, BobalosRex here. And last raid tier, I did a tier list, and I want to do another one. I may do one for Season 4 for all of Dragonflight. So this tier list... first, I'm gonna, talk about them difficulty-wise. Kind of rate them on that, based on that. And then I'm gonna talk about... And this is for the guild, not necessarily for me, but this is... Some of this is going to be how difficult it was for us to get through as a group. You know, which ones we sat at. And then I'll rate each boss based on how I personally felt about them. And then there's that, you know. So these are the types of videos I'm going to be basically doing for each raid. I do my first look when it's on the PTR. And I do my rating now when I'm done with Heroic. Because last time I didn't really... I hadn't finished Heroic. But now I have. So now we're going to rate it off of the Heroic fight. So Naru, he's easy. He's an easy guy. He's not too hard. Like, I wouldn't say too easy. So here we got medium, easy, very easy, hard, very hard, super hard. Alright. Agira is harder than Naru. Volcaros, I almost feel like he's easier or like the same level. Alright. These guys are fine. Nimue was hard for us. Smolderon was hard. Laredar was not that hard. Tindra was like right there, and then Farak was up there. This was about difficulty for us. Easy, easy. Second time around when we went to re-clear one night, we had issues. Then it was easy, and then we were just doing this, and then kind of worked on him. Then Nimue was hard for a little bit. We tried Laredar once, but then Nimue was like hard, but then we got Nimue, instantly got Laredar. He was easy, in my opinion. Smolderon we spent quite a bit of time on. But then we got him and we're starting to work on Tindril. We thought we were going to have another night of Tindril, but we got him. And then we saw some Farak, and Farak took us a little bit. And I'm not saying these guys are like turbo hard. I'm just saying in relation to each other. Because if anything, I may do this. I would say overall difficulty was about here. There was no like turbo hard fights. At least not on Heroic. Which may be good. Because I'm just a Heroic player. You know, that's what my guild does. I'm not in a Mythic guild, so I can't speak to Mythic. You know. Now. That's difficulty. What fights did I actually like? So, Agira sucks. Narud is fine. Volcaros is fine. These guys are fine. I had fun with him. Nimue's not that great. Tindril's great. Farak's great. Smolderon is alright. I really like these fights. See, I almost wouldn't have a whole tier. I'm gonna be real. These always have too many tiers for me sometimes. Wait, I don't even know how I had this. You know what? I like the ducks. I like him less. See? Okay, this feels about right to me. Okay, so here's what was cool. So, I'm an Ogvoker. So, I got to do all the, like, side stuff. So, I got to clear during him. So, that was fun for me. And the ad phase, like, the first time we got him to phase 3, he was dead. We were just trying to figure out that first part. Because it was all on me and I was learning it. Because I had to do the breath right and then the brambles. For these guys, I really like turning into a duck. The council, I like doing... We had some issues with people soaking in the charge, but we got that sorted. That's why that was higher up on difficulty. I like dealing... Like, just everything in that fight is fun. It's got a good trinket. I would say it's like average fun, or like above average fun. Valkyros, here's why I have the best time with Valkyros. Every week when we go to Valkyros, if my frenemy was in the group, which he usually was, during the trash, when the tail is slapping, I would rescue him into the tail slam and get him slammed. And it was the best. It was the best. I'd almost want to move this up to best every time. Every time I got him killed and I lived with the time save or getting out of it, S. Alright? It is so great. I love doing that. Naruto was just a dude. Rip him, man. He was our buddy. But Igira, this boss just sucks. Igira's just... When she's hard for you... It sucks. And we had one night of her being annoying. After that, it was easy peasy. It was smooth sailing. But, oh my god, when we progged her the first time, it was like, what the fuck? Hated her. Hated her. And the fight is just kind of boring. Just soak the spears, heal, kill them. Alright. Dodge. And then you barely get to the heal one. Yeah. Oh, and then you gotta deal with the soak. Yeah. Nimue, here's the thing. I like Nimue, but we had trouble with Nimue. And you got lasers to dodge, and if you're ranged, you're just eating grass. The whole time. Dodging the bombs, ugh. It's just annoying. More than fun, honestly. And it's just green on green. I kind of understand that complaint. I can manage to see and dodge everything. It's not that hard for me. But just everybody in the group, all the draw, just eating grass, man. Salads all day. But, okay, so then we get to Smolderon. Smolderon we had some to deal with, because people... So, you know how when you get targeted with the patch, you're going to be the one to patch? There's no indication. You have to pre-plan when it's going out. It's not like, oh, you're going to be targeted with this, get in a good location. You have to know when it's timing, so everyone, right after this, everyone get to this area so we can all drop the things. After dodging whirlwinds, people soaking or not soaking. You know, and still trying to do TPS. I liked it a lot. That's why he's high up. Because I actually like this. Because you're dodging fire, you're doing all this. But we spent so much time. And then having to get people to understand no DPS is worth getting clipped by the lava rings. Alright? The lava rings will destroy your life. And I had to heal this fight one night. Oh. I'm just like, ah. But as an AUG, I was having a good time, dude. I was in and out, grabbing them up, just buffing everyone who survived. Alright? And then on farm, he's not that bad. But yeah, I had a good time with him. I like how the fight flows. I like that he showed up. Smolderon was like, you know what? I like Farok. I want to be bad too. And then Farok was like, haha, I don't give a fuck about you, bro. He's like, what? Ah! And then Farok goes, there he goes. And I thought he was going to show up. People were like, no, none of the elemental lords will show up. I was right about one. I knew when they showed us Rag, someone was going to show up. So I really like Smolderon. I like what he's up to. Now, these two. Tindril with the dragon riding is great. It's funny when you learn that if you hit the ball that he has over his head, you die. Great. Funny as hell. First time you find that out, you're like, oh, I can't hit that. On Heroic, it's annoying because I had the job of trying to get all the orbs. And we only killed him a couple of times on Heroic. But I actually liked the fight. Getting the seeds. You know, you're like, I gotta get all the seeds. Getting people to get used to that was always the thing. But you, as an Evoker, I can soak a ton of seeds and just sacrifice if I need to. If I need to make the sacrifice play to get these seeds. Because you don't want one getting off. You got the giant moonbeams, which is funny. So you have these giant sunfires. But if you stand directly in the middle, you don't get hit. And it's funny just doing that. Like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm directly in the middle. I'm not getting hit. And you just get to blast from the middle. That's fun. I just really like how the fight flows. I like how, like, the moves he has and all that stuff. And I like the added difficulty. So for me, this was fun, Prague. And then maybe Farok goes up there. Because I'm a fan of the difficult. And this was another fight we had time to work on. You know, and I had to do seeds. And I was on our last kill of the night, literally just this week. I kept my seed all the way to the... I was the last seed to be used before we killed him. Because after my seed, I think we won. I'm pretty sure. I died. But I had used my seed and then had gone back. Or was going to go... Oh, I should have been able to go back to the one side. But because we had... we essentially had non-seed holders on one side of Farok, seed holders on the other, and then when it was just me and the one healer, everyone was already low, so everyone was like falling off. But I had kept my seed, didn't let it get hit by any of the blazes, and of course I was getting blaze every other attempt, or every other round. So, drop the thing, back up, make sure it doesn't get hit by no one else. If you're a seed carrier, it's fun. It's very intense. And then we got him, and it felt good. I like with the ads. I like how, because I've had to heal it for a little bit, and I heal in LFR. It feels good having... healing ads don't feel bad in that fight, for the most part, in my opinion, when I healed it. Some healers may hate it, and I think there's some like UI problems that some healers have, so they may hate it. But I like, you got healing ads in this fight that work, right? This is a healing ad fight that does pretty well in my opinion. You know, and DPS during that phase, or during most of phase 2 with the healing ads, DPS shouldn't be taking straight damage. You know, we should be killing ads, grouping ads. And that was always fun, being able to push ads, help interrupt. On AUG, it felt really good. And we luckily had a DK. That helped so much in that fight. Grips. Oh my god, it helped so much. So that's why I was smooth. I'd imagine if you didn't have a DK in your group consistently, you may hate that. Dispels are rough. You know, when I was healing, it was definitely a lot of... on cooldown, just as much as you can. You're like, please, stop, dot. But I enjoyed it, and then when he goes down, super good, and then we get a nice cool mount. Skin. We did get someone with a legendary last week. But we didn't get anyone on our heroic kill get it, so that sucks. But this is where I rate them. I had a good time with Farok playing it. Good time with Tindril. They're the good kind of hard. At least on heroic for me. These two were good. I got to do the extra jobs on this guy. Smolderon, I just like the room filling up and all the fire and the stuff. It may be a lot if it's hard to see for some people, but for me it was the right amount of mechanics to do. And then these two were alright. These two were like, eh. And Aegir is the worst of the bunch for me. But that's my tier list. thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. It's going to be a lore video, Lore Sunday. It's going to be an interesting one. And I can't wait for Season 4. I think we're probably going to get the Viernoth. We're going to get the Viernoth Drake skin somehow in Season 4. So that's going to be interesting. Faded Dragonflight, we'll have to see how it is. It seems we're going to get all the raids again. I like that. I like hitting up Razageth, Sarkareth, and Farok again. I'll have fun with that. The guild seems we may just do normal. So if all we're going to do is normal, then I may try to pug heroic. Because if it's just a title, I missed the one for Shadowlands, but we'll have to see. If we do run heroic, then I'll rate it at for heroic. But we did get ahead of the curve for all of them, so I did get ahead of the curve Razageth too. So that was fun. I did like all the raids this expansion, but more on that for the next raid rating. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.